DERPY has finally become mayor in Hypixel Skyblock, and with him we have some incredibly overpowered perks. So today, here are the 8 things that you must do during DERPY in order to progress through the game at maximum efficiency. So with that, let's begin. The first thing that you must do during DERPY is your Experimentation Table runs. This is essentially just a mini-game which can award you a lot of enchanting XP, as well as high-tiered enchanted books, which can be worth a lot of money. For example, I recently got this Looting 5 book from an Experimentation Table run, currently worth 190 million coins and 125 million at their peak. If you're a new or early game player, the Experimentation Table is an absolute necessity for you, since you're gonna need it in order to level up your enchanting skill. If you already have Enchanting 60, however, this is still pretty useful, as you're able to level pets, and still trying for a chance to get hundreds of millions of coins and profit. Let's quickly do a rundown on how to play it. Before you even start the experiments, I recommend equipping a pet that you either want to level up, so you can get some XP on it, or a mythic guardian pet, since that will give you higher chances to find rare and expensive drops. Along with that, consume 3 metaphysical serums. This will allow you to shorten the chain when doing add-on experiments. Speaking of add-on experiments, those are the Chronometron and Ultra Sequencer. The Chronometron requires you to repeat a musical pattern, and the Ultra Sequencer requires you to click numbers in order. Both of these require memorization unless you have mods, such as NU solvers, which will highlight when and where you have to click. If you've consumed 3 metaphysical serums, then you need to go for a chain of 9 on the Chronometron and a chain of 6 on the Ultra Sequencer, in order to get the maximum amount of clicks for the super pairs. The super pairs are the main experiment, where you need to find a pair of items on a grid in order to get it as a reward. This is also the reason you want more clicks, as the more you have, the more items you can unlock and the higher chances you get more XP and profit. The second thing that you must do during DERPY is claim your minions. This is important as one of DERPY's perks makes it so minions have double the output as usual. However, this is not only important for the output, but also for the skill XP. See, if you're using skill minions such as fishing minions, not only do you get the 2x drop, but you also get 50% more skill XP. This means that if you set up minions for either skill XP or collection, you should 100% claim them during DERPY. To ensure that you get the most amount of progress with your minions, I actually recommend buying temporary fuel sources such as Hyper Catalyst. It is extremely important that you're able to increase your AFK progress, and if you have the money, there is no reason not to buy Hyper Catalyst for your minions. If you don't want to buy Hyper Catalyst, I recommend investing your money into other fuel sources such as magma buckets, or just get your minions to level 11. The third thing that you must do during DERPY is claim your Garden Visitors. This is because Garden Visitors give a ton of farming XP. If you don't already have farming 60, you need to be claiming your minions every single day, as DERPY's 50% boost in skill XP makes it the best time to do so. Along with that, claiming your minions have several other benefits. There's a chance that you're able to get extremely rare items such as the overgrown grass, which can be sold for 50 million coins. And even if you don't get that lucky, you still get copper, which works as a currency in the garden and can also be flipped for a ton of profit. You also need to work towards maxing visitors if you want max Skyblock XP, so getting started on this will definitely help you out in the long run. The next thing that you must do during DERPY is also in the garden, and that is to kill your pests. Now again, this has the same benefits as claiming your garden visitors. Once you kill a pest, you can get a ton of farming XP, which will level up your farming skill. Along with that, pests are ridiculously OP for money, and even with a bad setup, you can easily get over 20 million coins per hour. Also, make sure to set down mouse traps on your garden, since that will collect additional pests for you, as well as a special field mouse pest that can only be found in these mouse traps. Pests also have bestiary, meaning if you want max Skyblock XP, you will need to max out your pests. The next thing that you must do during DERPY is your Heart of the Mountain commissions. The reason being that doing these commissions will not only give you a lot of HOTM XP and powder depending on where you're doing it, but will also get a ton of mining XP, which again is boosted by 50% due to DERPY's perk. This will help you level up mining by a ton, and since mining is probably the best consistent money making method, this is incredibly important later on. In addition, you also need to do HOTM Commissions if you want to get max Heart of the Mountain. So if you're not already Heart of the Mountain 10, Derpy should give you a good excuse to make some progress towards it. The next thing that you must do during Derpy is grind annoying skills. You may be asking what I mean by annoying, and this can differ depending on the player. However, a good way to check this is by going to your skill menu and seeing which skill you need to level up the most. For me, my lowest level skills are foraging, fishing, and to a smaller extent, mining. This means that these 3 skills are the ones that I'm going to be working on the most. Catacombs is also boosted by Derpy, however since this is a combat related skill, and Derpy doubles the health of all monsters, unless you have a good party and good gear, I don't recommend doing this. If you guys want me to make a skill grinding guide during Derpy, do let me know in the comments down below and I'll consider doing so. The 7th thing that you must do during Derpy is level your pets. Since Derpy boosts skill XP by 50%, you're going to be getting 50% more XP on your pet, making it level up faster. And with that, taming is also boosted by 50%. So if you don't already have max taming for some reason, you should be able to level this guy up pretty quickly. Anyways, you should look at the pets that you already have that are not max level, or look at pets that you might need in the future and start leveling them up. Not only will you be getting better perks and stats, but you're also going to be getting a lot more pet score, which will give you magic find and skyblock XP from getting new pets. And the final thing that you must do during Derpy, or actually after Derpy, is sell your Jerry investments. I already made a video about Jerry and how you should invest in items such as the Jerry Sheen Gun, Jerry Talisman, and Jerry Boxes. After Derpy is gone, the next special mayor is going to be Jerry once again, and since it's been such a long time since his election, these investments can be sold for a lot more profit now. I spent around 2.5 billion coins on Jerry items total, and if my calculation is correct from the previous Derpy election, that 2.5 bill should turn into around 3.2 to 3.5 billion coins, which is really good. Anyways, those were the 8 things that you must do during Derpy's election. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful, please subscribe as it helps me out a lot. Also, do let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make other guides on Derpy, as well as my own gameplay. But anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.